So I just finished up with the 2025 movie, The Draw. I personally think this was a reasonable movie. It was decent, but I feel like they missed out on a great opportunity to actually give us a really good story. The story overall was not that great, but it flowed fairly decently. The concept of the movie was actually fairly decent. It made me think of a couple of ways they could have gone about the movie that would have made it better. I personally think they could have taken I guess the story from a TV series I had seen a long time ago when I was younger. It was called Sliders, where basically they slid into a world where there were very few men and all the women wanted the men for, the purpose of recreating or procreating and making more humans and all that kind of stuff, which was fairly decent. It was a great story at the time. And they could have done this with this movie, but instead they gave us what they gave us, and I find like it was a missed opportunity, especially since the whole entire premise around it is like this visual alteration of slash VR concept, which changes the appearance of people and all that. And I think that would have been perfect if you could have slapped both of those concepts together. Whereas, basically, there was a culling of men throughout I guess let's say 20-year period or something, and there are very few men, and these men are the ones that are genetically reasonable, that women would be okay with, and they are, I guess, appealing to some degree. And then the women are using the VR to alter the look so that way they can have the man, let's say, at certain points, like at certain times of the day or whatever, and then they alter the face to appeal to them, and they use them for breeding or some sort. Like that could have been a fairly decent story, and that could have been interesting. And then in the end, what they were gonna do was all the men who remained, they were gonna like make them into cyborg or something like that, where they take apart their brains or they use their brains to function in robotic bodies. And one of the individuals wanted to get away or something of the sort. Like these are things that could have been fairly decent and reasonable as a story, and I think they missed out on this. Anyways, so for this story itself, like the movie itself, I will be giving it about a 2 out of 10, because I think they really missed out on a perfect opportunity of giving us a really decent story. But other than that, yeah, the actors were fine, everything was fine. There was nothing really wrong, but it could have been better for sure.